Hi there, you're listening to Radio Kidnappers, and this is Heather Barrow from Food for Life. Today we have some very special guests on the show. I wanted to bring in some of my clients. They have an amazing story to share of transformation, health changes, diet changes, and they just have a lot to say, and I just thought it would be nice to bring them on. And I know their story, but I'm sure there's others out there that could really benefit from hearing from them. So this morning I want to welcome Tama and Diana Jeremiah. So welcome.
Kia ora.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Kia ora.
So I don't think I've ever had a client on the show before, so this is quite exciting. So thanks for making the trip in for it.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
inviting us. Yeah.
So just for the listeners, can you just share a little bit about your background, where you come from, and what got you here?
Me? Okay. I am a mum of four. My whakapapa is Waikato and whānau o Kai, so in Gisborne. And we live out at Pātoka.
Lovely. And you're with Diana out there.
Yes. Kia ora. I'm Tama Jeremiah, and my journey starts as a builder that I had an accident on my elbow, so ACC brought me along to you. So that's why we're sitting here today, because of the journey we've taken with you.
Wonderful. And that was back in, when was your accident?
My accident was earlier in the year, about June, I think it was.
Yeah.
But with circumstances and COVID and doctors getting injured, it took about 8 months to get to see a specialist to see where we were going to.
Right. Okay.
And it come down to that I've got ulnar nerve damage, I've got rheumatoid arthritis in my elbow. It's injuries from when I was a kid, basically, and just building, being a builder and using it day in, day out. It's basically worn it out where we thought, well, let's try our nutrition. ACC thought, let's try and see if we can find a different way. Because I'm not much into taking pills. I'm right into the natural ways of healing myself. So it seemed sense to us to see a nutritionist, which
good for you.
Yeah, brought us to you.
Yeah, I'm so glad it did.
Yeah, so am I. Yeah.
And I was looking at when that was, and I think that was late April that I first saw you for a consultation.
Yep.
So,
and I think that would have been in the middle of COVID too, so it would have been over the net.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. We didn't get to meet in person, did we?
Yeah, for a
while.
long time, for a while,
Yep. So what was your impression of nutrition or nutritionists before you came to see me? Did you have any preconceived thoughts about what might happen, or...?
Myself, I've always sort of like been into sort of coaching and motivating, and sort of knew about food, had friends that were bodybuilders, had sort of done the bodybuilder stint myself, sort of as you do when you grow up. And so I've always knew that food was the pathway, but I didn't have the knowledge to feed myself. I thought I did. Even before we met you, we were vegetarians for 9 months.
Right.
And yet it was actually doing me harm. So it's like you don't know until you actually see a professional.
Right.
And then we think we were doing it okay until we got our ear results done through you.
That's right.
And then told us, well, no, you shouldn't be eating this, and this, and this, and that's what we were eating. So thinking we were healthy, but we weren't, it really, really knocked me to the sense of, wow. But coming to a nutritionist is the best thing that myself and Diana have ever done. I can tell you that right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's right.
So if you're listening, Tama was just saying after the initial consultation, Tama got a food and environmental test. So that shows any chronic or acute food sensitivities, and Diana did as well.
I did.
And their results definitely differed. So that was interesting.
Which was the crazy thing, we've lived together 32 years.
Yes.
And you think because we eat the same thing that we would come back the same, but we come back totally different.
That's right.
Is unreal.
It just goes to show, everyone's different, different genders, different backgrounds.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Different
Even though same lifestyle and environment pretty much. But
That's right.
Our bodies, our temples are certainly something different.
That's right. Yep.
And that's proof in the pudding right there. Yeah.
So when you came to see me, can you share a little bit about, your main symptoms, or what kind of where you were with your gut health, digestive health, pain, all of that, weight?
Yeah. So I was sitting in with Tama because I did most of the cooking, and then when we both did the hair test, mine came back with candida, and so that's when I knew that from like a little warnings about you may have the kai that you're eating or the food that you're eating, you may be inclined to have candida, and I came back with candida, and then we had to have a strict 5-week diet, which for us ended up being 8 weeks, because I got quite sick because of eating vegetarian and then going on to meat. So if I was going to do it again, in hindsight, I would definitely introduce meat a bit before I was going so strict, so I didn't have the withdrawals and getting used to meat. But now, I think I've been 4 weeks on normal food. I feel so good. I haven't felt this good in, I can't remember.
Long time.
Fantastic.
Very, very long time.
Yeah. And so you did the diet too.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do as a couple.
That's
It
does make it very challenging.
The best thing for me, to have no sugar, no coffee, no dairy, no cigarettes, no you name it. It was no nothing.
Yeah,
was
you did
certainly
that too.
it was. And like anyone out there that's a smoker, honestly, the best thing to do is come off your sugar and coffee first. Sugar, coffee, and dairy first. Get through those withdrawals, because the withdrawals of cigarettes have been interesting, but I know that because of what I've been through, of taking the sugar out of my diet, the coffee out of my diet, has made giving up the cigarettes a lot better. And I've been a smoker for 30 odd years, and I'm up to day 50
Well
now.
done.
So and I won't go back. It's not.
Excellent.
No, and it was something that I had always used and used with trying to control my anxiety. From past traumas, as you do.
Yeah.
So, and I used it as a guard. That's why I think I kept smoking, because it was like, I've got anxiety.
Right.
Whereas now, not smoking and eating the right foods, my anxiety, I'm containing it. Well, I'm sitting here talking to you. It's not the easiest of things to come and sit on and talk on a radio show. So it was the best thing. But the thing that got me with that hair test was that coffee was actually worse for me than cigarettes were. And you're thinking, I'm just having a coffee, and yet puffing away on my cigarette was actually doing me less harm than what coffee was. So just that's really important on how that hair test. What'd you call it? You called it some flash words before?
Oh, just like it's a hair analysis, really. So food and environmental test that tests over 150 different foods and environmental.
And that come back incredible, because my diet consisted of, so I love sushi. So I'd have sushi, cream cheese and pineapple, yet dairy I'm allergic to. And then there was pineapple I was allergic to. And yet I'm thinking I'm doing myself well by putting this food in.
Right.
So without having that hair test and meeting yourself, we would still think we're doing the same thing. And on the ACC side of things, for them putting us through this, I'm in way less pain than I've ever been in my entire life. I've got to tell you, it's something I've carried since I was 13, this arm of mine. And now I'm sleeping a lot better. My daily routine, when I first did the accident, come to lunchtime, I'd want to be asleep. I'm getting through to 7:30, 8 o'clock at night now before I'm actually feeling like, wow, I need to go to bed. But that's, I suppose that's because I'm actually not exercising as much now, but I'm certainly using my brain a lot more because of you, Heather.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I wouldn't say it's because of me, but I know you guys put in a lot of hard work. It does. It takes a lot of discipline.
Yes, a lot.
Oh, huge.
I think for those listening, they're thinking, okay, so you cut out dairy and caffeine and alcohol and sugar and gluten. And some other things as well. They're like, well, no wonder you're feeling better. But that's not forever either. That was
No.
for those of you that are listening. Diana had said that she had candida, which is a yeast overgrowth just in the GI tract, and so we removed those foods just for about 6 weeks. In your case, about 8.
Yeah.
Because those foods actually feed that yeast overgrowth.
That's right.
So at the end of that, we do talk about reintroduction. So if you're listening, it's not that this is a lifelong strict, no fun anymore in life.
But then in saying that, it's actually, when you have, like, I haven't tried sugar yet since we've been going through this,
Okay.
because an apple was sweet enough for me.
Right.
You know, and it's like
table sugar,
you
right?
change. You're basically, I think your first words to us, it's like a reset. We're
That's
doing a
right.
reset,
Yeah.
and that's what I keep telling my friends. It's like we're like babies again.
Yeah.
You know, you stick something in your mouth, it's like whoa. You know, it's
And your
incredible.
taste buds, right?
Yeah.
So you're tasting
Yeah.
a lot more, and that apple is super sweet to you.
You're
Okay.
really sweet.
Yeah.
You know, like I used to. I was a 3 sugar coffee type of person. Yeah, I'd eat a block of chocolate every night. Yeah,
One of those big blocks.
Oh
right?
yeah. No, that'd go down pretty quick in front of a rugby game or something like
Wow.
that. That would just disappear. You know, to go to where I don't even eat dairy now. I don't. And
We don't
honestly,
have coffee.
No.
We don't. We have decaf coffee.
decaf watercress coffee.
Right.
We're having that, and we don't.
Yeah.
No sugar's been introduced. We've introduced. I've had a couple of pieces of bread. You know, it just made me feel heavy. So it was,
Right.
Yeah.
So
you
you know,
still
like
learn.
so to your listeners out there, it is something that you don't have to do all the time, but you'll find after you do the full gut cleanse that it's, well, why would you want to put that back in your body?
That's right.
As we're on, basically.
That's right.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting what you said for quitting smoking, that you recommend to listeners to quit.
Something get
The
withdrawals, because the
sugars
sugar in the coffee, the
and the
withdrawals
caffeine.
from that for the first 2 weeks was just
Intense.
intense.
Very.
Okay.
Intense,
So if they can get
just-
through that first,
Yeah,
then that will prepare
that
them
prepares
for,
your body for what you got to come up with the cigarettes.
with the
Yes.
cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just thinking of another client right now, actually, who he's
okay.
trying to quit alcohol and cigarettes, and he sits in my, no names here, but he sits in my office, and he has a little bag of lollies, and he says
okay.
it's the sugar that's helping
Wow.
him quit smoking, and I'm thinking, actually, what you've just said has
That's-
triggered some alarm bells with
Yeah.
that. I know that's not right, but
Yeah, and then again another addiction if he's like replacing
right.
it with sugar.
That's
And
right.
Sugar to me is it's such
poison.
It's
Yeah.
poison. It's
Yeah.
where we've got to. It really is, and because we've all been programmed to eat that sort of food from a young age, you know, chuck a fizzy in your kid's hand,
Yeah, I can imagine.
chuck a packet
having
of
fizzy.
chippies.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't even. I haven't had a drink. Oh, I suppose I'm one of the lucky ones. I gave up drinking about 12 years ago. So that was when in saying that, I've always tried to be healthy,
right.
but meeting you has made me healthy. That's where it's...
Yeah, I mean, what a change, because I do remember at one point you telling me you kind of grew up going to fast food. Like that was a
Diana would
lifestyle,
cook a mean
right?
feed. And I would go, you know, because I come from I'm born and bred in Maraenui, basically, so I've come from a bit of a hard background, so it wasn't, you didn't have your 3 square meals, you ate what you could put in your mouth to keep yourself from being starving all the time.
Right.
Which is usually those, you know, bakery food, you know, you can go buy $1 pie, you know,
Right.
but you're killing yourself at the same time, but someone's selling you $1 pie, that's how I feel, you know, it's no good for your body, it's no, and I suppose the research that I'm doing now leads me into why I'm so strong on the sense of all this junk food, and,
Right.
and because I used to be a junk food addict, you know, I had really bad acne all my life.
Yeah.
All my life. It's been crazy. And I've still had it till 8 months ago I met you. Stopped dairy.
Yeah.
I haven't had a pimple since.
Yeah, your skin looks great.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, and a lot of other changes too, because you both have lost quite a
she's
bit of
lost
weight.
more than me. It's always challenging. Diana, what are you at?
For the first time, I lost more weight than you
Yeah.
when we've done different
Some
kind of
sort of
fad
different-
diets. This
yeah.
was a reset, and I kept on telling myself that. But having a competition what made it a lot better.
Yeah.
I've got to say I won, but
Yep, I lost that one.
So for listeners, so just together, combined, about how much weight do you think you've lost?
Together we're up around 30 kg.
yeah,
So
Wow.
yeah.
to get
yeah.
Diana, but Diana's got most of that.
No,
But we'll add it together, and it makes us both look really good, eh?
that's amazing. And you've lost that weight since April or May or?
When did
You
we
think?
start
Yes,
the
it would have
Candida?
been.
Yeah.
It would have
Some in
been
May.
April. Yeah, but
Yeah.
a lot of the actual weight came off during the cleanse, and I'm still losing it.
Yeah, amazing.
So, yeah.
I always tell people, because a lot of people come to see me for weight loss, and
Right.
some people just want a diet, and I say,
Yeah.
well, actually, no, I'm not just going to put you on the diet, because yes, you might lose some weight in the meantime, but then you're going to come back and see me and say, I put it all back on.
Yeah.
You know, I always tell people, when the body gets healthy, when the
Yes.
cells are nourished and fed, you burn fat for fuel. Your body just goes to your fat stores, and then you maintain the weight where you should be.
Yes.
And I think that's what's happening with you all. You're
Absolutely.
getting healthy. You
Yeah.
are healthy, and that's
Yeah.
what's,
Absolutely.
Diana has knee problems or waiting for surgery on knees, and so there's alternative health methods like doing nutritionist and like I'm walking like 5Ks every morning to try to keep up with this one. This Diana meditates every morning
Yeah.
in
And night.
losing weight.
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I do a
you
stroll,
don't have
but
to get out
nothing.
there and exercise. If
Yeah.
you know how to meditate and you've got a body that can't get out there and
Yeah.
exercise, learn meditation.
Yeah.
What it's done to Diana has been incredible.
So it's
Yeah.
not just the physical; it's the mindset now for you
Absolutely.
all
Yeah,
as
correct.
well.
Spiritual
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
So you're waking up and you're feeling
Yeah.
more energetic, and
Oh.
it's lasting
Absolutely.
throughout
Different.
the day.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how is this influencing those around you? Because I know your whānaus all around you.
The whānau,
Yeah.
they're all keen as mustard. They've seen what we've had to go through to get to this point. You know,
Yeah.
just so your viewers know, it's not easy. This isn't. You could not. We were really lucky that we both stopped working to do it. I don't think to do a full gut cleanse you could actually do a physical job.
Yes.
Your head
That's a
will
good
wander a
point.
lot
Yeah.
because you're having
Yeah.
withdrawals.
Yeah. Be nice to do
So-
it on holiday.
On a
or something
holiday,
when
get on a
you've got-
holiday and do
yeah.
it over that period. But
Yeah.
I was the same to Diane and yesterday, that I think I must say do another one soon. You know, I think
Yeah.
it's something that I'll just keep doing the rest of my life, just
Yeah.
to keep.
Yeah, I think so.
Take
I
those
mean, I try and do
toxins
a sort of a detox once a year for my liver and kidneys and my gut. So, you know,
Yeah.
all of your eliminative organs. I think it's a great idea. And I know people that actually take it so seriously that they will take out all the food out of their house that might be like street food that,
Yeah.
you know, might be a bit tempting, just to
Yeah, we
pack
definitely-
their house with all, you know, everything that they want to
Yes.
eat for a month.
Yeah.
Or it could even be, you could do it for 2 weeks. But our organs need it, don't they?
Oh, very much so.
Absolutely.
Very, very.
Absolutely.
We found the hard thing was because we live out in the country, and on our property is our daughter, her husband, and their 2 children. So Nan and Koko's house has always got treats for them, eh?
Oh,
So you had to have
So we
treats.
still had to have treats in the freezer
Yeah,
because
you just had
our
to be
grandson Nico
disciplined.
loves ice blocks.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
we have our Te Ara here who loves ice blocks as well. So it's like, well, we had to have ice blocks or potato chips for them. So that we had to keep in the house, which was interesting at times.
but now, you know, you can make your own ice blocks.
Oh,
You know, like
True.
that's what I do. Actually,
Yeah,
I use a
that's such a
smoothie
good
machine,
idea.
and then I
Oh,
buy one
yeah.
of those, you know,
Yes.
ice block
Yes.
molds, and I just make them myself. And so it's got chia seeds and frozen fruit and
yum.
whatever
Yeah.
else in there. You could even put a little greens, and they won't even notice.
Yeah.
And
to
then
the
chips.
smoothie. Yeah.
I'll make some kale chips.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll go
yeah.
for that, but you can always give it a go.
Yeah, that's such a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
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 I suppose it's just you're learning new ways of cooking, so it's
Yes.
all
Yeah.
new steps for us. So we have turns at cooking. I think I'm losing that game at the moment, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in all honesty, you did a lot of the cooking at first because I was really
So
sick.
sick,
yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
getting rid of the candida. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and getting used to meat again. Yeah.
yeah, that meat was
Yeah.
hard to get used to. We still have a little bit, say once or twice a week at the moment, because you need it in your diet with what we're eating anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm hoping to get back to a stage where we can come back off meat again. So
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because if that's what works best for your body,
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
like
It's what my body's,
Yeah.
as you say, it comes down to what's best for your body.
That's
So,
right.
And you know,
You
I
do.
remember you
Yeah.
saying that You stick it in your mouth, you eat it for a while, and your body will tell you whether it's good or not.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
and as soon as you're eating it, it's like, oh, this is so delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last night,
Yeah.
an example of that, we had gone out for lunch, and I had a little pregnancy treat lunch.
Yeah.
So, and then for dinner I said, oh, I need some nutrients. My body's
Yeah.
screaming out. So I went out to the garden and I gathered the kale, the spinach, and some peas, and
Yeah.
I just made this massive salad. And just looking at it, I was like, oh yeah, my body's gonna be so happy after I eat this, and it was.
Yes.
I felt good after eating
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah,
too,
it's
right?
like most of my mates that are little bit, if they hear the show, they'll be like, "What? You're a vegetarian, Tama?" Yeah, everyone knew me as the takeaway king. Yeah,
Isn't that
it's
amazing?
incredible? Yet I was doing so much damage to myself. Just
Yeah.
amazing.
So, I mean, what a journey, what a transformation. I mean, oh, sorry, just going back, because you mentioned that you had a lot of pain in your joints as
Yeah,
well. So
yeah.
how's that now?
Really good because knowing that potatoes inflame my joints, well, I'll take that out of my diet.
Right.
It's knowing now that I know which foods are good for me and not good for me. That's the secret to it all. So it's getting
right.
that hair test done to know what's exactly good for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Excellent.
Yeah. And
But yeah, it's not. I might say never go back to building. That's not going to be an option. My arm is past that. But you've certainly given me where I can live comfortably again, not in pain all the time. So that I thank you for. Coming to you. And I suppose I'd better put in a little bit of a call for Morkel, because if Morkel, the physio, I think you've had him on your
Yeah,
show.
proactive.
Yeah,
Yes.
from Proactive. Yeah, he was the one that basically he organised all of this, So and I got to thank him so much for. He does physio on me every week. He's takes me to the pools, and he got me to come and see you. So
Fantastic.
here we are.
And we have to wrap up soon, but can you just tell the listeners now where you are, what you're doing, how this has changed you?
Well, this has changed me so much that I'm really passionate about seeing my people healthy. Ko tangata, ko tangata, ko tangata. So I want to see my people healthy. So I've taken the journey of becoming a naturopath myself. I'm at present doing just a level 4 introduction to anatomy and physiology, which is, wow, incredible. Just really, really enjoying it. And next year I'll start my diploma and to be a nutritionist. So
fantastic.
What a journey.
Woo!
Yeah, who would think, eh?
Probably my first and probably one and only client that I would have seen that is now going on to study
Oh,
in
really?
the same
Wow.
school.
Oh,
as
very
myself.
passionate. Yeah.
Because you gave,
It's so,
yeah.
it's so exciting.
Yeah, well, I
it's-
thank you for giving me that light, giving me that, seeing what, and the knowledge that you've got really sparked something in me, so thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably be coming to you in a few years. That'll be great.
I know, I think you'll still be my master. I'll be coming to you for advice.
Oh, no, that's great. We can work together.
Yeah, no, it sounds really good to me.
Yeah, it's always good to work with someone.
Yes.
Well, anything else you want to share? Because it's been wonderful having you on and hearing your journey and where you've come from, the struggles you had, the positive outcomes, the future for you both.
Yeah. I think for me, what stands out is that I've always fad dieted, and this time I wasn't fad dieting, I was having a cleanse. And then each time I still get on those scales, I go, oh my God, I've still lost weight,
You're surprised every time.
Every time. And that's
Absolutely.
once a week. Yeah, it just
Absolutely.
keeps on falling
Yeah.
off you.
Yeah,
Even
I'm not
like
I can see it.
concerned.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Actually on
It
you.
was
Yeah.
17.5 you've done. So.
Yeah. I'm up to 18 now.
18 now.
18
Wow.
kgs.
Woo,
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah.
And
Well
this is,
done.
she's just starting.
Yeah,
So it's not
and
a-
the a way I feel too is like I said, wake up in the morning, all alert, smell more
No,
stuff.
interesting.
It's a whole revamp.
Yep.
It's affected areas that you didn't think
Absolutely,
it could or would.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And my anxiety too has gone down a lot.
Yeah.
And I seem to manage it a lot because I've got a clearer mind. So that's been fantastic. So thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you both for
Yeah.
being willing to share your story and for putting in all the effort. Because
No, thank you. for
I don't have a
giving-
magic
acknowledging
wand.
us.
I wish I did, and you
Yes.
come in and I tapped you both, and it
Yes.
was all good, but
Yes.
it's all on you all for all the work and the effort that you put in, and that you'll continue
you
to
say
do.
that, but yet, 3 months down the line, you've waved your magic wand and here we are. Okay.
So it does have some kind of power.
Yeah, it does.
That knowledge
Yeah.
you've got is incredible. That's what I want. That's why I'm doing what
Absolutely.
I'm doing. So thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to working with you in the future then.
Awesome, we will.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Exciting. Yeah.
So thank you both for coming on. If you're listening out there and you want what Tama and Diana have shared, then get in touch.
Definitely get in touch with Heather.
You can start with a nutrition consultation, or you can even start with some testing if you want. So the test that we've been talking about a lot today is for food sensitivities. So if you just want to know right off the bat,
Yes.
I question whether I'm sensitive to dairy or gluten or citrus or anything out there, get this test done, and it will let you know if you should take it out of your diet for a period of time, or even whether maybe you're acutely sensitive to something. So whether you can still have those apples, but no more than twice a week. So you can get in touch. You can start with that or a nutrition consultation. And I'm always happy to answer questions, or you can pop in and see me. I'm located at G's Pharmacy in Taradell, and my website is www.foodforlife.co.nz, or you can email me at heather@foodforlife.co.nz. So thanks everyone for listening, and again, a huge thank you to you both for coming on the show today.
Yeah. Invest
thank you.
in yourself.
Oh,
Go to Heather.
definitely. Invest in yourself.
Good advice.
Definitely.